Every day holds a little bit of magic. Not in the way of curated, perfected, spotless motherhood, with cookies baking on a magically clean counter and children all dressed in matching colors, but in the messes. As a mother, it's often easy to believe social media's lies. The homes that are so perfect, we think ours are severely lacking. The lies run deep and quiet and hard to spot. They are not always spoken, but are hidden from our view. Just off-camera clutter pushed aside to avoid judgment, color-coordinated to fit in, selling us the idea that everyday beauty and magic only comes when the view is aesthetically pleasing. And in that scouring of those homes to look so perfect, and the feeds that we follow that look aesthetically beautiful, we often miss the magic of well-loved mugs left half full of coffee on the counter, the smudge of fingerprints on a window from children looking out at the falling leaves, the clutter of dishes that speak of family and togetherness and love sitting in the sink. So I thought today we could tidy up my kitchen and find the magic in these little things. I am here to do the not so glamorous and aesthetic things, like washing up a pile of mismatched dishes in a sink that isn't really sparkling, or taking out the multiple bags of garbage because my family has been sick for a few weeks. And on the floor, of course, there are bits of clutter that always seem to gather with children running around. One might not feel that there is magic in cleaning the wall behind the trash can, the lid of the receptacle, the things that people like to pretend they don't have to do. It's not a glamorous thing, and sometimes it can feel tedious. But there is also a sense of purpose within these little minute repeated things. None of it will change the world, not in a grand, tangible way that we can see, but all of it changes the world of those most important in our lives. I like to repeat often that mess is morally neutral. This is a valuable phrase K.C. Davis coined, and as I keep house, I try my best not to judge myself for how I measure up or don't measure up to others. So many homemaking channels are aesthetically minimal, their floors shining, their counters clear, and their belongings tucked away out of view. They have brand new appliances and things that look hardly used, and when they are cleaning, there is no mess to be seen. When I was a new mother, struggling through postpartum depression and the struggles of ADHD that I did not yet know were caused by ADHD, I felt desperate and lacking. My floors were never clean. My counters were always full, and I struggled with keeping the day-to-day tasks done. Back then, I was struggling towards perfection. I thought that every homemaker knew how to keep their homes perfect. I didn't think that anyone else struggled with the things that I struggled with, and I thought that I was somehow lacking. So lately I've been feeling encouraged not to compare myself to others, and instead create what I so badly needed back then. A channel full of reminders that homes do not have to be perfect, floors do not have to be spotless, and counters do not have to be clear in order for love to abound. A reminder that my house does not exist to be a showroom. It exists to nurture the memories made within. When those memories make dirty dishes, I cannot fault my counters for being full. When those memories mean little hands are full of flour and joy, I cannot bemoan the sweeping that has to be done. And when those memories mean joyful giggles fill the air, I don't mind the sink full and in need of washing. Lately, I have wanted to curate a space that is open to making memories. I have this little cookbook from when I was a child, and I distinctly remember making the cookie recipe within. Something that has been helpful in keeping a tidy space as someone with executive function issues is to keep in the forefront of my mind that things like baking cookies are much easier if the space is ready. I have tried to shift my mindset. Housekeeping is not so much following my kids around, tidying up behind them. It is preparing these spaces to cultivate the memories I'd like them to have. I realized lately that I can have the warm, welcoming, nostalgic space I often long for when I watch other channels. It's all in my hands, and it starts simply.
It's so really good. Quiet, relaxing.
As someone for whom housekeeping does not come naturally, but who so desperately wants to keep tidy and functional, it is essential to curate tips and tricks to push my brain into motion. Washing dishes is now the chance to listen to audiobooks or watch favorite YouTube channels. Wiping down counters clears the way for baking and cooking with ease. And if I'm being honest, tidying up my floors is largely motivated by being able to film without hassle in my space. It is this channel, funnily enough, that has taught me how to work with my brain instead of against my brain and become the homemaker I've always wanted to be. I love making videos like this to share with all of you because I know that I am not alone. I am not alone in struggling with housekeeping and wanting so desperately to be the best that I can be. I'm not alone struggling with mental health or with ADHD or with motherhood and balancing spending time with my children with keeping a house clean. I'm so thankful that in the comments so many of you have said you really like the Clean With Me videos because it gives you a way to body double and get your own spaces clean. I've gotten a lot of requests for more videos like this, and I'm hoping that I can continue to do them because they help me get my house clean too. I think that videos like this will probably become a staple for my channel, not only because you've requested them, but because they're useful to me and I really enjoy making them. Like I've said before, I want my channel to feel like a warm hug. I also want it to feel like an ode to motherhood and the beauty that lies in the little things. It often feels as though all the tidying is in a never-ending loop, making messes, cleaning up, day in and day out, forever. I struggle with this often, wishing the spaces I cleaned could stay clean. But with little hands always helping, playing, or making, it's not really possible. Even as I have learned to clean up a little more on the go, and I have found routines that work for me, there are always messes, and there is always clutter. So I've learned to view each mess as a phase that is going to happen, and each cycle of cleaning is a chance to reset the space to be used again. I no longer expect my house to stay perfectly tidy. I expect it to be functional. Functional means floors that are more or less clear, counters that have space to be used, and sinks that aren't always full to the brim with dishes. It means laundry that keeps going even if it's not always folded. It means tables that are clear, at least for meals. Functional is being able to pick up and bake cookies or make bread or cook dinner and not have 500 things to tidy up before I do so. I can function with chipped cabinets or stains on the counter. While it may not always be pretty, and my home is certainly not the aesthetic, whitewashed minimalism of many channels that I've stumbled across, the house provides what we need, and I have learned over the years that homemaking does not have to equal perfection. Homemaking is about love. Love abounds in my home, and you can see it everywhere you look. The well-used chairs, the dents on the walls, the smudges on the light switch plates, the toys on the kitchen floor. Dishes in the sink from home-cooked meals, linoleum worn thin from little feet running in and out. Surfaces that could be shiny but have been touched by little dirt-dusted fingers that have just dug holes outside in the garden, or little flour-dusted fingertips that have just baked cookies all by themselves for the first time. Love is visible here in the mess, and I am learning to cherish that.
I'm gonna save that one for Daddy.
Okay.
Or I'm gonna save 2 for Daddy.
I don't know.
We are gonna have 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna save 3 for Daddy.
Okay.